Well, gentlemen, it's week 4 of the season, and it's shaping up to be an interesting year with only one undefeated team remaining, and that is Team Anguish, our champion from 2 years ago. Before we get rolling, big congrats to John, Luke, Donnie, Chris, and Eric for correctly picking last week's match of the week. That was a great matchup. Mahomes pulled it out for Team Anguish, so congrats on the win last week, and also congrats to those of you who picked it correctly. Another exciting competition going there with only one remaining 3-0 competitor, and that is last year's last place finisher, Chris. So a little something to be proud of there, buddy. Good job. Anyway, news of positive COVID tests has led to some unscheduled changes to week 4 matchups. So for more on how this news is affecting players and team owners, we're going to throw it down to our sideline reporter for a little update.
Thanks, Al. So in the most predictable news story of the fantasy football season, COVID-19 has officially struck the NFL with our first game postponement. The Pittsburgh Steelers several key absences this week. I'm so sorry. Back to you in the booth, Joe.
Oh, cheer up, buddy. You'll be okay. Anyway, before we get to this week's picks, let's hear a word from Week 4's sponsor. Hey there, fantasy football fans. Week 4's match of the week is brought to you by Watson's Dead Man Hard Cider. With the crisp taste of a freshly picked apple and the smoky finish of a California gender reveal, Watson's Dead Man Hard Cider is the perfect beverage to shotgun before every fantasy matchup. Watson's Dead Man Hard Cider. It won't make your team any better, but if you drink enough of it, you'll believe anything. All right, on to this week's matchups. First match, you have broken my Kamara versus Sporting a Chubb. X factor for this one obviously is a postponed matchup between the Titans and the Steelers. Means both teams are missing a starting running back. But I'm going to go ahead and predict that both you have broken my Kamara and Sporting a Chubb will be sitting at 500 after this week as Sporting a Chubb squeaks out a close win. Match 2, MCAS versus Cider House Fails. This would be an interesting pick for match of the week, but it is not, as it is a battle between our only remaining teams with a 0 in the wins column. Good news for you guys is someone's taken home their first win of the season. Bad news is I think it's going to be a real stinker of a matchup. My X factor for this one is the questionable status of Miles Sanders and Julio Jones. So if either one of them actually plays this week, could shift my prediction. However, in a shocker, I'm going to predict that MCAS is going to pick up his first win of the year. Won't be a popular pick, I think, but hey, it's my video. For match 3, we've got Luke, it's John versus Team Anguish. X factor here, a return of Greg Kittle to Team Anguish's already high-powered offense. However, I think the Patrick Mahomes Dalvin Cook combo will be too much for Luke, it's John to overcome. So I'm giving the win to Team Anguish on this one. I got another animal cameo here. Come on. Nope, he doesn't care. So on to match 4. Here we go, folks. That is the sound of coronavirus symptoms, and you know what that means. We've reached our match of the week.
BPC United Match of the Week.
This week's match of the week, we'll see 2 match of the week veterans facing off, and we'll give Judy Judging Your Girly a chance to avenge his heartbreaking loss from last week. So that's right, match of the week this week is Poppin' a T-Boner versus Judy Judging Your Girly. My X factor for this one, I think it's going to come down to a QB battle. The informed Josh Allen against a Matt Ryan who struggled in week 3. Thinking Allen's going to put up more big numbers again this week in Las Vegas, and will give Judy Judging-Your-Gurley the edge. So my pick for match 4 is Judy Judging-Your-Gurley. Match 5 is Devontae's Inferno versus Turd Ferguson. X factor for this one, look for Aaron Rodgers to have like 12 touchdowns in the second half against an Atlanta team that is 0-3 and has given up something like 75 combined points in the second half of their first 3 games. So not ideal, and sad times for longtime Falcons fan Matt Cascadden, but unfortunately it's looking like another loss for the Falcons and a loss for Devontae's Inferno, because my pick for this match is Turd Ferguson. And then our final match this week is Orchids of Asia versus TBD DBT. X factor here, obviously Russell Wilson. He's going to have to do a lot to keep it close against the almighty Dolphins, but I think he'll have another big game and leave TBD DBT in the dust. So my pick, if I wasn't clear already, is for Orchids of Asia. That's it. All right, guys. Good luck to everyone this week. Don't forget to message me your picks of the week. And we're getting into fall here, so that's why I'm sitting outside. It's lovely outside. I'm going to enjoy some Watson's Dead Man hard cider. Let's have some fun this week, guys.